Well, g'day, and welcome back to ZhaoQing. So it is the evening of January 1st here. So Happy New Year to everybody. So what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to take a little walk around. We're going to have a little walk through Paifang Square, then head up the main street of ZhaoQing, right up to the tourist street we had a look at the other day, and just go for a little walk around and see what's happening around the place. So as we turn our camera around, here we have Paifang Square, the Paifang gate there. As always, plenty of people there having photos taken and the like. We're going to head down this way towards the little food fair we had a look at the other day. We have the lake over here on our left. How's the time going? What are we looking? 8:05. So they've got a fountain show we'll be on shortly. Yeah, ZhaoQing's been pretty busy the last few days with all the New Year stuff. Yeah, it's all going on here. We went out last night. I was going to make a video last night actually, but we ended up going out and having one or two too many drinks. And well, let's just say we had a great time. Went out with a couple of other foreign friends, a couple of South African friends, and a couple of Chinese guys we hung out with. And yeah, we had a good night. Lots of drinks, lots of good talk, and yeah, it's very, very pleasant. So here we see the food festival we came and had a look at on, when was that? Friday, so 3 or 4 days ago that video went up. And yeah, it's all going on. I'm hoping this audio works okay. I haven't actually plugged in my microphone. I'm having some problems with that, so we're relying on the phone's mic to pick everything up here. But as we have a look, we'll head around to the left here actually. So yeah, we can see there's plenty of people out here having a good time, enjoying themselves for New Year's. Yeah, a lot of people out last night until very, very late. So here we have these trampolines with bungee cords attached. Everybody having a good time on these. Oh, we have a some sort of performance thing happening over here. Not sure what that is. We're not going to hang around there because chances are at some point they're going to be playing music, and we don't want to cop a copyright strike. So yeah, this has been a busy little place the last couple of days. We've had a lot of people come through here. There are a lot of people here last night. Or yesterday afternoon I came through here. And yeah, everybody's right into doing this sort of stuff. Have these rides operating now. The wee one's having a grand old time. It's a shame they can't bring in rides like that for bigger people. I'd love to be involved in some of that myself. And then looking down the we have all the food stalls down here. Plenty of people making their way through there, having a bit of food. Okay, we're going to head up this way, up towards the underpass under the main road. We'll take you for a walk up the main street. We'll go and see what's happening up there at the moment. And yeah, just go and check out what people here are doing on New Year's. It's they sort of cheat a little bit here. They get 2 New Years. They have the January 1st, and they have Chinese New Year in, I'm not sure what date that falls this year, but in the next month or so, we'll have Chinese New Year. So stick around. We'll get through to the other side of the road here and take you for a walk up the main drag. this side here. Have a look at what the traffic's like here. So yeah, there's a lot of people out. There's a lot of cars everywhere we go. So somebody getting beeped at for not driving, but they're on a red light, so they can't drive. We'll hopefully catch this green light coming down in front of us here, and we'll see how many bikes come through. It is still something that amazes me, the amount of bikes on the road here. So we can, okay, here they come. So yeah, a lot of cars. So this is, one of the main roads here in ZhaoQing. A lot of bikes in the outside lanes here. And then cars, buses, there's just people everywhere here. So we're going to now head up the main drag and see what we can see going on up the road here. Okay, we can hear up in the distance somewhere drumming from lion dancing. So we might have a lion dancing display to have a look at up here if we're lucky. It's always worth a look. There is a big crowd of people up here I can see, so we'll see what we can see up that way. I don't know if this is to do with New Year or if it's a new shop opening or what might be going on here. So we'll go and check it out, see what's going on once we get up there. Here we have another common thing that we see, especially in jewelers here, is have a guy with a clown dressed up making balloon animals for people. A lot of the jewelers will do that sort of thing here, especially on big occasions, just to try and get people in the door. It is very cool. So we have here, it might just be a training thing. These guys are doing the moves up the back here, but don't actually have the lion costumes on. Here we have the drummers up the back. And then these guys over here practicing their moves. And they have a big bear here. So this is all for another jewelry store. Okay, it looks like they're just practicing some routines and stuff. I don't know if they're going to do a proper performance later, but we'll keep on walking. We'll try and find a full lion dance display at a later time. We're not going to hang around and wait for something that may or may not happen. So, heading up into the sort of main shopping area of the main drag here. And I would imagine that this is going to get fairly busy once we get up here a little bit further. Once we get into sort of the food and clothing shops area, it's all jewelers down this end here, which are probably not going to be drawing quite as big a crowd, but so we have another big bear outside the jewelers here. Lots of kids coming to say hello. So this building on our left here we have being refurbished at the moment. This was, what did they have in here? They had a cinema, a number of restaurants, shops down on the ground floor, and then you sort of go up to the second level for restaurants and stuff, and then the cinema up on the top floor. But it's been closed for probably 3 months, and they're doing a whole lot of refurbishment there, so that will no doubt be opening again in sometime in the not too distant future, and it'll be interesting to see what they have going on there. Okay, so okay, on our left here we have, these are all little arcades running through here, which we have seen before, largely clothes shops, largely women's clothes. And then up above there we have a restaurant up there. Actually, it may well be a number of restaurants up there. Over on our right, Children's Park, which hasn't reopened since COVID. I hope they're going to reopen that one of these days. And then here is the one of the hospitals here in ZhaoQing, which I was lucky enough to spend a night in. We might have to tell that story another time about how I ended up in hospital here in China. I think it was my 3rd or 4th day here, but that'll be for another day. It is a little bit quieter here than I would have expected. I think if we head over to the right, over to the shopping centre over here, I think you'd find things are a lot busier. But we're not going to go up there. We're going to head straight up here towards this tourist street. To try and race our way up here, get to the lights as quickly as we can, so that we're there in time for the green light. Actually, this bit of street just up here was one place that amazed me when I first arrived here. We were living over in this building here, like right up on the, I think it was the 14th floor. And I used to quite often come around, walk around sort of the streets around this area. And I was walking just up here one afternoon, about 4:30 in the afternoon, and the footpath was pretty empty, like there was nobody here. And then it started raining, and suddenly, well, felt like there were a million bikes. Scooters, motorbikes, push bikes, everybody had come off of the road straight up under here to get out of the rain. It went from nothing on the footpaths to absolutely chock-a-block with bikes everywhere you went within the space of, well, less than a minute, probably 30 seconds. It was unbelievable. I was still getting used to the number of bikes here, which is just phenomenal anyway. Compared, when you're sort of used to somewhere like Australia where bikes are not anywhere near that common, and to have them just suddenly surround you like that was amazing. So we're going to what are we going to do? We're going to try and cross the street at this crosswalk here, actually, rather than go all the way up to the traffic lights. See if we can work our way across here. Right, after this car, we're good to go. And then we're going to quickly squeeze through in front of this one. Okay, and then we're just simply carrying on up the road here, up to where those traffic lights are up there, and we're going to chuck a right. We can see a lot of people on the footpath here, so a lot of people heading back from the this new tourist street. we're going to turn just right up here. We're just about into this tourist street. And yeah, so if you haven't yet seen, go back and have a look at the video we did 3 or 4 days ago first. That'll sort of give you a good look at how the street is during the daytime. And now we're going to go and have a look at how it looks under lights with everything happening. Oh, they've actually closed the street down to traffic by the look of it. So that'll be handy. We'll be able to actually walk down the street with any luck and get a good look at what's going on. And yes, there are a lot of people here now. There is a big crowd. So we're going to try and work our way right the way down through the street here. Have a look at what we can see. And we'll see how we go. Wow, there's heaps of people. So a lot of people here getting photos and stuff. See everybody with their phones up. Okay, so we've got a lot of this fenced off. So, okay, so they're trying to guide the traffic down through here. Wow, it is absolutely chock-a-block full of people. So we have a little stall selling sort of little lighted things here. Look at these down here, very nice. You can sort of see the how different these look from the daytime videos we saw the other day. Once we get the lighting up and stuff, it makes a big difference. It looks absolutely spectacular. I hope it looks as good through the camera as it does live. It is very, very nice. Well, here we have a couple of costumes here, girls in costumes. Okay, looks like up ahead we have photos being taken of some other people in traditional costume down here. Looks like they have a proper photography session set up in the middle of the street, so with the crowds all around them. We'll go and see if we can't get in here and see what's going on here. So we see a lot of photographers there. We'll try and get around the other side here so we can actually get a look at some of these girls. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, it's I thought there'd be a lot of people here tonight. I didn't think it would be this crowded. I am absolutely blown away. Okay, and we haven't even passed into the actual old wall section yet. That's still up ahead. But yeah, big crowds of people here. So here we are, here, just over to the right here is where the old wall travels across, and then through to our left as well. Let's just duck down here. We'll duck down onto the wall. There seems to be a big crowd down here, so maybe there's something happening here as well. No, I don't think so. I think it's just people walking down that way. So we'll carry on down the street for now. We're actually going to head back up onto the wall. When we get down to the end of here, we'll head down to the wall and stuff. So over here where you can see people taking photos, we are just basically at the end of this bend here in the street, and from here we get a nice view straight down the road here. Which is it's a favourite place for photography of this street now. We can see down here the crowds just go all the way down. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's carry on our way down the road here. Try and work our way through this traffic. So here we have on our right a China Telecom set up here. There are people doing live broadcasts, and we have these fans and sort of Chinese opera masks for sale here, as well as transformer masks down the bottom. There was our little record shop we saw the other day. So yeah, the China Unicom set up here. There's more trucks down the end where we just came from. There's probably more down this end in front of us, because there are a number of different people doing live broadcasts from the street. So there's a lot of stuff happening here. It's too busy to really get in and show you everything because there's just too many people. But yeah, it does. Geez, these buildings just look absolutely fantastic at night time under lights. They have done an extraordinarily good job. Okay, we're going to get down here a little way, and we'll try and turn around and get a look back up the other way here. So we've got these stalls, as you see, along the side of the road, both sides of the road, left and right. Lots of people selling all sorts of gear. Okay, so let's just turn ourselves around here. We'll have a look back the other way, up at the street here. And we see just absolutely thousands and thousands of people here. Okay, sounds like we have some sort of a performance happening here. We're not going to hang around. Music playing. We don't want to cop too much of that and cop a copyright strike on the video, so we won't hang around to see what's going on there. Does sound like it's a live band, I think. Live band, maybe we can get away with going and having a bit of a look. They're not using tape music, we should be fairly safe from any copyright strikes. Let's go and have a look. So we do have a band set up there, but there's only a young girl there at the moment playing drums to a tape track, so we're going to avoid that as much as possible. Alright, let's get ourselves back out into the road here. See what else. So we are getting down towards the other end of the street here. So here we had this art museum, which was a big line of people waiting to get in there. We're going to avoid that one at the moment. We'll come back there another day when it's not so busy. Over on our left here, the old Catholic church. We have a few people heading in there. I'm not sure what's actually happening. I'm not sure if they have a church service or if they're doing some other sort of activity. But I'm not heading that way. I have absolutely no interest. Okay, we have a bit of a gap in the traffic here. Okay, looks like we have something else happening over here on our left here. Let's have a little look, see if we can see what's going on here. Okay, so we have the old ring toss thing here where you're trying to win prizes, and then down the back we have a video playing, but I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you what it is that's playing, so we'll carry on down the road. Not interested in watching a video. So we are now getting towards the end. This is on the left here is sort of the last of the buildings in here that have been renovated thus far. So we might just get over to the side here and we'll try and get a good look at how these buildings actually look, the upstairs that they've done. So yeah, they do look very, very nice. And then looking back up the street here, it's just seas of people as far as we can see. Okay, we're going to head out here now. We're going to basically get down to the traffic lights up here. We're going to chuck a right and walk up to the old wall, and we're actually going to walk back along the old wall back to the college. And then we have one more thing we're going to have a look at once we get back to the front gate of the school. We see this ice cream shop here. Oh, they've taken the signage down out the front. But these guys, this is a fairly new ice cream shop. It's like a I don't know, what do we have like that in Australia? Maybe like a Wendy's where they do ice... Is it Wendy's they do ice cream at? I can't remember. But yeah, basically soft serve ice cream. They've just gone from nothing, probably 3 or 4 years ago, there was basically none of them around. They're a very, very new company, but they have just expanded unbelievably quickly. They now have them all around the place. There's at least, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least a dozen of them here in ZhaoQing. I wish I could keep this camera pointing in the right direction. Yeah, they've become extremely successful here in China, and yeah, I heard, well, maybe 8 or 9 months ago, I'd heard that they'd opened their first store in Sydney in Australia, and apparently they had hour-long queues waiting to get in for their opening night. So yeah, they've sort of taken over here in China, and now they're heading for other countries. I don't know where else they are outside of China other than this store I've heard about in Sydney. I don't know if they've got other stores opened in Australia or not, or if they are the only one at the moment. But yes, they have proven to be extremely successful here, and hopefully they can keep it up and carry on being successful. So we still have plenty of people out in the streets here. It's still a nightmare to try and work our way through all of this. Okay, and we are coming out underneath the old wall here now. So we're going to head around to the right here, and we get ourselves up onto the steps, up onto the wall. Yes, we will go this way. So we see again, there's still plenty of people out. Normally things are starting to get a bit quieter by this time of night. We must be getting on for towards about 9 o'clock now. But there's still a lot of people out. A lot of people are actually back to work tomorrow. They sort of give them a couple of days off for New Year, but it's not really a big thing here in China. They do Chinese New Year, and that is big. And we will no doubt have some videos coming regards Chinese New Year, because that is a big time of year. This dog sitting down here having his photo taken. Okay, and here we have the steps heading our way upstairs. See all these old apartment buildings in here, so a lot of these eventually will probably be disappearing in the not too distant future. So a car park at the moment for people visiting the tourist street. And then we have the tower up in front of us. As always, looking absolutely gorgeous, lit up at night time. It is a very, very popular spot for tourists to come take photos, both during the day and at night time. It looks spectacular both daytime and night time. It's just one of those places. Okay, heading over to our left here, we are basically this is the bit of the wall that we walked under. So here we have the road here, and then the tourist street just down at the traffic lights, and turn left. You see just cars everywhere. So this is normally sort of this time of night on a, what are we, Monday night. This is normally a fairly quiet-ish street, but it's absolutely jam-packed tonight. I'm looking over the other side here. I have the traffic lights and traffic. So traffic everywhere, people everywhere. It's busy, busy, busy down here. Okay, let's carry on our way. We'll get up the road here. So here we have this tower. If you want to actually see what's in there, I have to go back. One of my early videos, I think it's called the Ancient City Wall, actually shows a lot of what's in there. We go for a walk through. It's closed over night time, but you can walk in there during the day. It's a bit of a museum in there. Now down on our left here, you can see this beautiful park area. So that in the centre is basically this centre, the old wall. The wall is sort of that distance again. Further on the other side, that's sort of in the middle. Then this whole park area, when I first arrived here, 6-7 years ago, was all much like this. It was all just jam-packed with apartment buildings. All the apartment buildings in 6-7 years have been taken away. And then a lot of the apartment buildings you see over here have already been emptied. They're ready to be demolished. There's a lot more over the far side that are emptied, ready to be demolished. And slowly, some stuff, there's a school in here. I can't remember if it's a middle school or a high school. I'm not sure if that's going to stay or not, or if they're going to move that as well. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to keep a school in there. But yeah, eventually there'll be, that tourist street, there'll be more of that sort of thing. There'll be hotels. I think they're looking at I did hear they were looking at putting a sports ground in there. Various other sort of touristy sort of things. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, we can actually hear, I don't know whether the microphone in my phone's picking that up, but we can hear fireworks being let go down by the river. So we might change our route. We were going to sort of walk down the back street behind our school, heading back to the school, because there is something out the front of the school I would like to give you a look at. But we might actually walk straight up to the river and see if we can catch some of these fireworks. So people basically buy their own fireworks. We don't catch them this time. It's not going to matter too much. We're actually going to find us to go and have a look at all that stuff during Spring Festival, because that's when there will be lots of them. They do love their fireworks here in China. And yeah, you don't... I've only, in the time I've been here, I've only seen, three fireworks displays, like where you get a professional company come in and actually put on a fireworks show. It's actually not that common, I don't think. Like, I don't think I've seen a fireworks show for, like, Chinese New Year. like a proper show. I think people prefer to go out, buy their own fireworks and let their own fireworks off. We did that in GuangXi province. I have to see if I can pull out some of the footage from one of the nights I spent over there with a friend of mine, Andy. We went to his little village and we were setting fireworks off in the evenings, and I put my drone up to actually have the drone looking straight down on the fireworks, so you'd actually see them launch straight up towards the drone and then explode. That looked really good. But then I tilt my camera up, and lo and behold, just as far as you can see, it's in a mountainous region, but in all the little valleys where there's little villages, there's fireworks shooting up. And in that footage you can see like 5 or 6 different villages with fireworks going off in each of them. It was absolutely amazing. I will try and dig out some of that footage and give you a look if I can find it. I've got so many videos and photos on my computer, it can be very, very hard to find that stuff, but we'll see what we can do for you. So here we have dancing group here. So one of these groups, you see these everywhere, ladies coming out, they'll set up with some music, and little groups come and do their little dance routines. It's good exercise. And we missed that green light. I'll wait here for the green light coming across this way. So over in front of us here is the markets. We went and did a video in there a while back. Wet markets, fruit and vegetable, meats. And then over to our left from there, we're actually going to follow this road up the way here and have a look. We'll get up to the river up there. We're going to see if we can see any fireworks being let off. It's actually illegal to set fireworks off on this side of the river. So in Guangzhou, fireworks are not actually allowed, but a lot of people ignore that. They'll be letting fireworks off, and then you see the police coming down the road and everybody bolts and hides. As soon as the police go, they're back out with their fireworks again. It's great. But you'll often see, so over the river in GuangXi, because it's considered more, what do they call it? Sort of rural rather than city. They will allow them over there. So during Chinese New Year, you can actually go sit up at the river and just watch all the fireworks all the way along the river on the other bank. It is absolutely amazing. Okay, so these steps here are going to take us up to the road that runs along the river, and hopefully from up here we can have a look and catch some fireworks going off somewhere, because I do love good fireworks. Okay, down to the crosswalk here, and we'll see if we can't find our way across the road. We do have plenty of cars heading our way at the moment. We might be waiting a little while. Oh, here we see some fireworks going off here already. We're going to be waiting a little while before we can get across. Okay, we're heading down towards the end of this line of traffic. Okay, we're through. And then we'll be nice and quick, get through the other side here. And then here we have the river. With everything happening down here. So down here we have somebody set up with their karaoke machine, having a sing. And then as we walk along we see another karaoke machine here, another one further down the road. They do love their karaoke here. We'll have to take you for a walk into a one of the karaoke bars, shops one day, and give you a look around in there. They are very cool. It's very, very different from how we do karaoke in Australia. Well, in Albany anyway, I don't know. Maybe they have similar sort of karaoke setups in the big cities in Australia, but I've not seen them. I've not seen anything like how they do karaoke here. It is rather unique. So we have another karaoke setup here. And then down here we got a whole lot of stalls. We'll actually, pretty sure there's steps up here to get down the bottom. So we'll actually duck down the bottom. We'll have a look, see if we can't see where these fireworks are being launched from as well. See if we can get a good close-up look at how that all works. Yes, okay, just up here we do have steps I can see. So we see everybody's bikes parked up here for the people that have come down and hang out down the bottom. I don't know why they park up here. Well, maybe there's just no room left down here. There's a stack of bikes parked down the bottom as well. So another performance happening here. Okay. That's just too much. Have another karaoke set up here. And looking over here we have looks like dropping ping pong balls into the glass jars. See if we can get any in there. No. Hey, we got one. I don't think they're made to be easy. So we see, lines and lines of bikes parked up everywhere here. We have another karaoke set up over here. I don't know how they can all perform when they're all so close to each other. We have a dancing group here on the left, but we have some fireworks stuff going on down here by the look of it. Okay, it looks like some form of performing group here. The police probably looking for people doing fireworks. Probably going to bust these people over here with their fireworks stuff. So we picked a bad time to come down here. The police have just come along, so give it 20 minutes, they'll go on their way, and then people will bring out their boxes again. Oh, there we have over in front of us there. They're setting some off. karaoke. Let's get past this music. Get to somewhere a bit quieter so we can talk. Okay, and we also have all the food vans and stuff up here. So there's always food on the go for people. Car park down the bottom here. See a lot of tables and chairs set out for people to come and do little barbecues or hot pot, do their own hot pot and play cards and just catch up with friends. It's a beautiful little spot. We'll have to, one night we'll actually get on the electric bike, we'll actually do a ride right the way up through to the third bridge back behind us and show you all the way along the river, because there's a lot of stuff happens down here of an evening all the way along. I've had plenty of good nights with people down here, just having a great time with having barbecue and stuff, playing games, juggling, playing guitar, all that sort of stuff. Okay, and then from here, going to head up to the top up here, chuck it right, and we're heading back down towards our school from there. So yeah, we're not going to hang around with the police hanging around there. No one's going to be letting fireworks off for the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So we'll save that for Spring Festival, and we'll go and have a good look at a whole lot of that sort of stuff happening, and see what we can see. So we have one more thing we want to show you up at the school, which is another sort of interesting thing here that I just found out about the other day. So let's get down to the school and we'll show you what I'm talking about. We're going to go and have a look at a whole lot of street vendors here, which under normal circumstances these things are not allowed just anywhere. They do have sort of designated areas where they can go and do this sort of thing. For example, down the night market street in front of various shopping centres and stuff, they basically don't let them do these roadside stalls anywhere. So normally these down the front of our school would not be allowed. They'd have the police come along and pack them up and send them on their way, and then they'd come back half an hour later and set up again anyway. So they don't pay a whole lot of attention to what they're meant to do, but they do generally, you know, they are not officially allowed. But with basically what's happened with their economic downturn over COVID, and still trying to get people back on their feet and things back to normal, the government's actually relaxed the rules around this sort of thing, so they are now allowed to do this. So get over the road here and we'll go and have a little look at what sort of stuff we got being sold here. So here's our school entrance, and then out the front here we have all of these stalls set up. There's actually less than normal here tonight because the students are just getting back tonight from their, so here we have one doing sort of cakes and desserts. Then over here we've got sausages, sort of almost like falafels or something. We have hot food, and then we see on the other side students at the fence they can actually come through on that side, order themselves some food, and go for it. So yeah, they've got all the ingredients here. You can basically order what you want. We have the various stuff. What else have we got here being sold? Looks like more sausages and the like. Here we have one doing sort of chips and chicken, so chicken nuggets, chicken wings, all that sort of thing. Same again, skewer sticks with all sorts of stuff on, and then deep fried stuff. And then, so yeah, there's normally quite a few more of these along here. But they, yeah, as I say, our students have been away the last couple of days because of New Year. And so it's been quiet, you know, there's only been one or two of these vans out here the last couple of days. But students, yeah, students coming back sort of this afternoon and tonight. And if we come back out here tomorrow night, there will probably be twice as many of these vans out here. Then up here, these bikes here are the guys delivering food from whether it's KFC or McDonald's or other restaurants, and they'll actually drop the food in here. Or, well, in this case it looks like they're actually waiting for the students. They're going to meet the students there, and yeah, students can order and then pick up their food. So we'll go and have a look at what's happening from this side, work our way through here. Hello. Hello. So quite often these delivery guys will just, okay, as we see here, they'll just leave food on this little table here, text the students, and they will do their thing from there. So here we see we have the signs, we have the WeChat Pay emblem up there, and we can see how many people are here looking for food. So yeah, they've got all their menus on this side of the fence here. And then looking back, so this also is a parking spot for bikes. So a lot of teachers will ride electric bikes or motorbikes, so they'll actually park in along here, along this wall, if they don't want to go right the way into the car park where there's a lot more cars, and it can be a lot more sort of dicey getting in and out because you have to run through a lot of students. There's a much bigger crowd here at the moment. So yeah, that is, turn this camera back. Okay, so yeah, that is sort of a look around a few of the places here on New Year's night here in ZhaoQing. I hope you've enjoyed that. We're just going to go down. One more thing I've got to do before we go home is go and check. I've actually got my electric bike charging up, so we've got to see if that's ready to be unplugged yet. It should just about be fully charged by now. So yeah, if you've enjoyed having a walk around here on New Year's night, hit that like button, subscribe if you'd like to see more of life here in ZhaoQing and various other places that we visit around the traps. If you have any questions, comments, hit us up in the comments section down the bottom. If you have anything you would like to see here in ZhaoQing, anything you'd like to see videos about, let me know. As I've mentioned before, I do have some books that I got off a friend here. A lot of sort of history around China, around Guangdong, on various topics, which I am reading through and making notes. So we are eventually, in the not too distant future, going to start doing some videos with a bit more historical content. But yeah, I'm not sure how far away that is yet. It may well still be a little while. Just depends on how quickly we can get stuff together and get organised. So we are now up at the back gate. So this is another place where people can come and order food, and they'll get food delivered to here. And here we have my bike, and we are still charging. So we've got maybe a little while to go. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you've enjoyed that, as I said, hit that like button. Take care. Again, I hope you all have a wonderful new year, and 2024 is everything you can hope for. And yeah, get yourself subscribed. There'll be lots and lots of good stuff coming up in the next year. So thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and we will see you all in the next one.